And now to our commodities market update. The global price of palm oil has increased by 7.7% in 1 week, and the 3-month benchmark contract has risen by 32% in 2021. Analysts forecast that palm oil price will close at a record high for a third consecutive day. As a result of this, shares of some of the world's largest palm oil producers have jumped as much as 13%. Well, for more on this, we have Mayo Aige, research analyst with Financial Derivatives Company, joining us to share her thoughts on this. Hello, Mayo. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you. So what's responsible for this surge in the price of palm oil?
Okay, so palm oil, we know palm oil is a very versatile oil and is used across different industries. It's used from cosmetic industry to fast food to fast food industry. And then due to this versatility, we have seen the demand for palm oil increase over the years, especially with the increased use of palm oil in the biodiesel industry. However, in the last 3 years, we have seen that the palm oil production output, there's been a halt in palm oil production output. And this is largely due to the effect of prolonged drought in 2019, wet weather conditions, and also low fertilizer usage. And this has led to a tightening in supply of palm oil globally, and this has led to the increase in price. Currently, other factors that have also driven this price increase have been low production as a result of labor shortages in Malaysia, a major producer of palm oil, as well as export buying by China and India ahead of holidays in their region. And these factors have led to the current rise in palm oil prices that we've been seeing globally.
All right, so when we look at Nigeria is the fifth, we talked about this morning with Dumebi. Nigeria is the fifth largest producer of palm oil, but we have Indonesia leading. And when we look at the production, we see that for Nigeria, an annual average, it produces an annual average of 5.05 tons per hectare, while Indonesia produces 18 tons per hectare. Now, is there a way Nigeria can meet up with this production, at least to improve our yield?
Well, to be honest, let's give ourselves a bit of credit. We have actually grown our production by about 25% in the last 5 years. But then when you look at the supply-demand gap of about an average of 400,000 metric tons per annum, we see that there's actually need for improvement. And some of the issues affecting this space a major issue is the fact that our plantations are very old, they're obsolete, and then a lot of the yield has declined over the years. Other factors involved are the fact that we use for farming techniques, low use of technologies, and so on. So to improve our current yield, the things that the government needs to actually focus on are: one, the government has to actually provide easy access to land for farmers. Currently, we might need about 100,000 hectares of farmland for palm oil production in order to meet our supply-demand gap. Two, the government actually needs to invest more in our agricultural extension services. We need more staff in that space. We need funding for them to be able to afford transportation and the tools they need to go into the rural areas to educate these farmers on the best farming techniques. And three, the government also has to provide funding, soft loans to these farmers. And then lastly, the government needs to also focus on infrastructure, the road infrastructure, storage infrastructure, in order for us to increase our production and our yield in this space. And with the increase of our production and yield, we would actually have more to export and actually improve our foreign exchange reserves from the exportation of palm oil.
Well, that also speaks to developing the value chain, in palm oil. Well, also, one of the leading causes of deforestation globally is planting of palm oil, palm trees. Now, is there a way to make it more environmentally friendly? So while we try to earn or boost our earnings through palm oil, we don't destroy the environment?
So this issue is not only a Nigerian issue, it's a global issue. Countries all over the world have the same issue. Palm oil has been contributing to a lot of deforestation around the world. In major producers like Indonesia and Malaysia, palm oil production is responsible for about 50% of the deforestation in those regions, right? And palm oil, because of its versatility and the fact that it produces a higher yield at a lower cost than other vegetable oils. It is highly in demand and sought after in many industries. But I think that for us for us to have more environmental friendly practices for producing palm oil, it's going to involve a lot of government intervention. We would need to see a lot of policies by government in order to ensure sustainable practices for health for palm oil production. For instance, just yesterday, the US Congress presented a bill in the Senate. It's called the Forest Act of 2021 to track the supply of commodities like beef, palm oil that actually contribute a lot to deforestation globally. So we need to see more countries coming up with policies like that. And also we need to see more awareness to the local farmers in countries all over the world, letting them see the impact that deforestation is having on the climate generally, and also providing them with improved seedlings so they can still produce more in the same land space. But then whichever way we go or how we go about it, I think it's important to note that we might actually see a decline in production, in the level of production of palm oil when we follow these sustainable practices.
All right, Mayowa, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. Mayowa Ege is a research analyst with Financial Derivatives Company. Thank you so much.